everyone, my name is Savannah. It is the very last day of September if you're watching this video right when it goes live, and that means that it is time for another Prehistoric Kingdom dev diary, going over everything that they are working on and what they have planned. So let's jump on in. Welcome to the September development update. To begin this month's diary, we'd like to share that the team is very confident in an October release for Update 8. That's great news! The core development phase has finished and we have now moved on to testing, finalizing, and ensuring all animals have been upgraded successfully. This update was originally slated for July and has taken a much longer time to finish than initially anticipated. The further we went into Update 8, the more unforeseen but addressable issues appeared, requiring immense levels of planning, teamwork, and refactoring to eventually get this release across the finish line. That's great! I've said it before, but I'll say it again. I do really appreciate when developers take a step back, don't rush things, and really provide us with quality games, updates, DLCs, whatever it is that they're working on, without just pushing things out as fast as possible. So I'm really excited to dive in and see what Update 8 completely includes and all the new animal fixes that they've been talking about for some time now. Update 8 has been a massive endeavor, so we'd like to thank all of you for waiting patiently while our team worked hard over the last few months. It's been an enormous collaboration between all departments, and now that it's almost ready, will allow us to do so much more with the animals going forward. Moving on to where we're at, as one of the final steps for Update 8, we'll be porting all of our species across the new Animals V2 architecture, our latest collection of AI, locomotion, and audio components that have been in development for the last few months. Porting the old animals is extremely fast thanks to the new editor tooling that allows us not only to upgrade existing animals, but set up brand new species with significant automation. This new pipeline has tons of advantages, but perhaps the most important to players is how easy it is for us to customize behavioral differences between species. With a few simple sliders, we can now change things like animals' fleetness, metabolism, or how much food they need to consume before they're full. As new AI behaviors are added in future patches, it'll be very easy to plug them into factors like playfulness, boldness, and sociality. I do not understand coding or programming at all, so this looks like it's a screenshot of those sliders that it's talking about, all behind the scenes stuff, back of house stuff. But exciting, it means that adding new animals is much easier. Optimization improvements. It might come as a bit of a shock to some players, but animals are actually one of the worst performing things in the game. In some key areas, however, we've managed to improve the animal performance in Update 8 tenfold. One of these key areas is our brand new in-house IK system that has been developed exclusively for the needs of Prehistoric Kingdom. I don't know what an IK system is, so let me know if you do, because I do not. For our more tech-oriented fans, the old IK system took 62 milliseconds to process limb adjustment for 400 quadrupedal animals. That sentence sounds like it's in another language. I am not one of their tech-oriented fans, so for those of you out there that understand what the heck that means, hopefully that's very good, because it sounds like it's very good. From an in-development test, however, our new solution only took 3 milliseconds for the same amount of critters, offering up to a 20 times improvement in IK performance. Okay, I take it back. It sounds like the 62 milliseconds was very bad. I have no idea what I'm reading right now, but hopefully some of you guys understand. But the sounds of it sounds like major updates and lots of improvements, which I am always happy about. Another substantial optimization has actually been animal audio processing. In Update 8, we now cull sounds early based on an animal's level of detail. This prevents small, detail-oriented sounds from ever triggering if a player is too far away, cutting down on wasted processing. That's awesome. Fantastic. Well, that all sounds like very good things. It sounds like the game is getting faster, better optimized. I do always have comments from players in the game saying that there are certain issues that their computer struggles with and things like that. So the continuation of trying to optimize the game as much as possible, I'm sure is going to be great for many, many players. Moving on to the Update 8 overview, starting with my very favorite thing, animals. So before October release of Update 8, let's take one last look at all the major improvements coming with this patch. The full extensive changelog will be available on Steam at the release of Update 8. Boasting an impressive crest and sickle-shaped claws, it's almost time for everyone's favorite speedy thief to join the kingdom. Like all the animals in Update 8, Velociraptor will of course be making use of our brand new locomotion and AI. I'm so excited to see him in the game with his little feathers. I'm so excited. Animal Overhaul. And this, again, you guys know I'm in this for the animals. That's why I play these games. So I'm really excited about Update 8 specifically because it's going to make the animals so much better. To recap, animals will be navigating seamlessly using strafes, walking backwards and turning on the spot as part of their general locomotion state. They are very fluid, reactive, and can move between walking or running as needed. Some creatures, like quadrupeds, even have trotting animations to smooth out that dynamic transition. You can see some work progress debug footage below. Very cool, little guy. Footage is slightly sped up to fit into a GIF, but look at him navigate that little maze to find his food. It looks great. It really does look great. We've also redone our audio breathing system to better take advantage of the new fluid locomotion. Influenced by an animal's speed and exertion, the pitch, intensity, and frequency of their breath will respond to the current circumstances of the animal. That's amazing! If they've been running for a while, it might take longer for their breathing to steady. I love that. That is not something that I would have ever thought of or paid attention to, but it's a wonderful little detail. Makes these guys so much more lifelike. And it's crazy to me that a game with completely extinct animals, prehistoric animals, is making them feel so incredibly alive. I think that's wonderful. That's fantastic. We'd like to take this even further in the future by making an animal's health or sickness audible through how they breathe, cueing players to potential issues. I don't even know what to say. That's amazing. I'm so excited about that. That's great. That's awesome. New interactables. As of Update 8, animals will seek out hay beds to rest or sleep, finally giving your prehistoric pals the sweet dreams they deserve. Look at those raptors cuddled up. Their tails look amazing. Those feathers? Oh my goodness. We should note that at release, hay beds will only allow one animal to rest on them at a time. Apparently, genetic engineering makes them a little selfish. This is something we'd definitely like to improve, but in the meantime, we'd recommend making use of multiple beds in a habitat for best results. For thirsty animals in your park, we're pleased to announce that the long-awaited modules, water troughs, are finally going to be included in Update 8. Available in large and small sizes, water troughs are a great solution for habitats that are too small or uniquely shaped to comfortably contain lakes. I adore this design. This is amazing. This water trough design is great. It's awesome. It's something that easily can be fit into habitats, integrated. It doesn't look too clunky or large. It's perfect. And I am glad to hear, because it sounds like water troughs are a great solution for habitats that are too small or too uniquely shaped to comfortably contain lakes. So you still will be able to create natural bodies of water for your dinosaurs to drink out of. But the water trough is a great alternative, like it said, for smaller enclosures. So I'm glad that you still have the option of both. I think that's wonderful. And I'm in love with this design of a water trough, which is a sentence I never thought I would say today. So there you go. A small yet hopefully appreciated feature we've worked on is a physicalized interaction points for feeders, water troughs, and lakes. Rather than ensuring animals line up exactly where they need to when eating or drinking, they'll instead check for valid head placements. This results in a far more natural behavior where animals can be seen eating or drinking from random angles so long as their head reaches the goal. Beautiful, wonderful. Oh my goodness, another one of my favorite sections here, genetic mutation and variation. I cannot wait to see all the color variations in the game. They are procedurally generated, which we'll get into in a minute. So it's going to be a lot of me just making tons of dinosaurs and seeing what I get. When players create new animals in Update 8, there's a random chance for them to be born as an albino, melanistic, or leucistic mutation. They look fantastic. The albino and melanistic Edmontosaurus in that photo, beautiful. And they take it one step further, which makes me even more excited. These mutations are, as I mentioned, procedurally generated, not a preset texture. This means that for every skin, they can mutate and vary in unique ways while preserving the underlying look of an animal. Note the subtle patterning on the albino above. So you can see right here, he still has some spots and some patterning on his back. Beautiful. This extends to our variation system too. Every individual animal will have a unique hue, saturation, or brightness that's restricted to a pattern mask, providing far more natural results than what was in the game previously. These two Brachiosauruses below have the same skin, yet they're quite distinct thanks to this enhanced variation. This is great because this just adds variation to your exhibits, makes them look less like video game things, like placeable objects, real animals. And it really helps for those of you that play the game and they get attached to specific animals, is really going to help that as well, because it makes them unique. So definitely I should do the YouTubey things, like this video, comment below, but subscribe, because I will 100% be doing videos on color variations and patterns and textures and all of that once Update 8 comes out. I can't wait. It's one of my favorite things to do with these games, so you know that I've got you covered with that. Gameplay. Park Beauty. Park Beauty is a new component of park rating, requiring players to build their park in an optimal way that keeps our aesthetic seamless and beautiful. Gardens in particular are a great way to boost park beauty, while foliage, fences, walls, and decorations can help to reduce the impact caused by infrastructure or dirty habitats. It's great. It looks like a very standard heat map. We've got green areas notating what looks like a high beauty area, and it goes to white. And I actually do like the white to green gradient that this heat map has versus like something like red. I don't know, red's just a very strong color, and for me personally, this looks a lot easier to look at than something that might be like red, red to orange to yellow to green kind of thing. So I like that. I like the design. Guest needs and queuing. Guest needs have been retuned along with a number of bug fixes that previously impacted how guests interact with the economy. We've been able to make a few pathfinding updates along with brand new queuing feature that should make guest traffic a lot more manageable and hopefully predictable. Players can tune into the guest needs management view to locate high quantities of dissatisfied visitors. That's awesome. You know, if you're not new to the channel, you know, I really haven't played the game for what it is. I really just use it as a sandbox building fun things game right now. However, the more we get into this, the more I do plan on doing something like a challenge mode or a let's play series. I'm just kind of waiting for that part of the game to be fleshed out just a little bit more. But it's always nice to keep up to date on what they're doing with guests and actual gameplay. Nigel's Hints. If your animal or habitats have been neglected, Nigel will occasionally chime in to point out issues that need to be addressed. There are 76 new contextual lines across a variety of possible triggers. That's awesome. Visual improvements. Tropical biome rework. Look how pretty that is. Including 34 foliage items, the Tropical Biome Overhaul features a mix of brand new species and remastered classics ranging from lush monasteras to towering kapokes. Is that how you say that word? I don't know what that tree is. Okay. Updated Tropical Map. In Update 8, the Tropical Map itself had a makeover too. The playable area was remade to better incorporate the updated plants with new forests, waterways, and waterfalls, and prairies. Existing tropical parks will not be affected by these changes. Look at how beautiful it is. It looks great. I actually do like when maps have some existing terrain because it gives you the chance to either build around it or completely demolish it and start blank, you know? So I do like that. Ooh, we're getting an update to the Scrubland map as well. This is gorgeous. I love these bodies of water with the mountains and oh, this is so pretty. Look at all the rock everywhere. Oh, definitely favorite map here. The Scrubland map has also had its playable space revamped. The landscape has become much more forested with natural swamps and layers of rock dotting the horizon. Existing Scrubland parks will not be affected by these changes. Beautiful! Updated material. You guys, this is a long update. Modular glass now displays ambient reflections and renders more accurately during atmospheric conditions. Oh, very cool. That looks beautiful. It looks like real glass. We've also updated the modern stone brick wall textures to better fit our vision for the modern theme and improved fidelity. Like before, this is a recolorable material. I don't actually remember what it looked like before, but this looks great now. I can't say that. I really do like this texture and the wall, but I cannot quite remember what the texture looked like offhand before. Updated atmospherics, lighting, and color grading. As you might have been able to tell by some of the screenshots in this dev diary, we've updated the lighting and atmospherics on every map to make them look even better. The game should look a lot more balanced, real, and rich in color. Yeah, the screenshots have looked amazing this entire dev diary. Quality of life improvements, cinematic camera tracking. A cinematic camera tracking mode will be available for non-mini exhibit animals, toggleable through the animal info panel at any time. When selecting a newly bred species, the cinematic camera is automatically enabled to coincide with Nigel's voice lines. If too disrupting, players can disable that functionality in the options menu. That's awesome! I love that! Making little mini movies with Nigel narrating them. Auto foliage removal, modular, and path oh my goodness, let me start that sentence over. Modular and path placement actions will automatically remove terrain-bound vegetation from underneath them, making it much easier to expand the park. Love that. Autosave options. Added options to either change autosave frequency or disable it entirely, which can be found in the gameplay settings. Beautiful. Always nice. That way you don't ever lose any progress if you have something go wrong, power outage, crash, whatever. That's great. The future. For the next few updates, we will be focusing on content-driven releases now that the animal overhaul is almost out of the way. This means that we can get back to more regularly scheduled updates that include new animals, maps, and modular items while we work on bigger features in the background. To reflect this, we've divided our Trello into current and planned developments. When we're confident in a feature being ready, so for example, staff, animal behaviors, we'll move it into one of the update columns on the right. Oh, okay. Our art, audio, and animation teams have worked up quite the backlog, so these content updates will come much faster than Update 8. Behind the scenes, the programming team will continue to work on developing staff, improving guests, and expanding animal gameplay through behaviors and staff integration. And then I'm assuming lastly here, Update 9 overview. Look at how beautiful that screenshot looks. It looks amazing. The focus, the depth of field, the blurriness in the background. Oh, it's just beautiful. Following the next release, we have Update 9, our grassland update. Okay. This patch will be dropping with 3 new animal species featuring the big-nosed Australian icon Muttaburrasaurus. Joining this animal are some not yet revealed mystery creatures, some of which should hopefully scratch a fan favorite off your wish list. You'll hear more about these remaining species closer to the release of Update 9. Gonna keep us in suspense. Look at how beautiful that Smilodon looks. Oh my goodness. If you know me, you know that's my favorite animal in the game so far. Oh, I love it so much. And it looks so good. Big prehistoric Smilodon sitting there in the grasslands. I love it. In terms of landscaping, this update will of course include a grassland biome, a gorgeous selection of grasses dominated by a variety of acacia and marula trees. This is a highly versatile biome and will be retroactively added to animals like Smilodon. To conclude, Update 9 will also include a brand new map set deep in the heart of Tanzania, of a Tanzanian crater, This flat landscape is perfect for those looking for an easy building experience due to its lack of dense foliage or extensive waterways. Please stay tuned for information regarding Update 9's release after Update 8. Oh, I'm so excited. And then as always, Community Spotlight. We've got some beautiful builds here by everybody. Thank you for reading September's Dev Diary. We hope you're ready to finally get your hands on Update 8. Oh, we are. We are more than ready. It's really a big update, and although it took longer than expected, we're happy with it and are just so excited to finally have the opportunity to build out what could be a really interesting and engaging simulation for the animals. My goodness, we made it through the update. Thank you guys for hanging in there with me. I am running on very, very little sleep, hence many times stumbling over my words, but I'm so excited. This screenshot, you guys, this is gorgeous. I love this. I love everything about this. This is the most excited I've been for an update in quite a while, so I cannot wait. I'm going up here to find there we go, the Edmontosauruses. I cannot wait to get my hands on it and really get in there and look at the animals, see how they move, see what they do. I love everything about it. Now, as always, if you made it this far, like that video. It's free. It really does help me out, and I greatly do appreciate it. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the update and what you're most excited for. And what 2 animals do you think are coming alongside Muttaburrasaurus in the Update 9? I'm curious to hear what your opinions are. And as always, I'll talk at you in the next video. Bye!